Hey everybody, we're back and it is Memorial Day weekend. So my husband is trimming some of the fat off of our 9-pound brisket that we are going to smoke for 12 to 14 hours for our Memorial Day family dinner. So he takes off a big old chunk right there on the top part. Leaving some fat is good, but we don't like to have a lot of fat. And then we're going to put our rub on it. Okay, now he's going to score it. We left a good layer, but the real thick part that's, you know, up to a ½ inch or an inch thick, we cut that out on both sides. Now that he's got it scored, we're going to put this mixture, our butt rub on it. Let's get this going. That is a heaping tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. No, that's 2 teaspoons of onion powder. That's 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. What is that? Oh, that is a teaspoon of cayenne. That is a teaspoon of ground mustard. And 3 tablespoons of chili powder. Now he's got to mix all that up together. That looks good. This is some of the best rub for brisket. Okay, now he's going to put it very generously all over both sides. And then it'll be ready to slap on that grill and smoke it for 12 to 14 hours.
Here it is, 225 for about 12 hours.
Alright, while the brisket is smoking, I'm going to start my horseradish curry deviled eggs. What I do is, I've got like 8 eggs in here, and I am fixing to bring them up to a roaring boil. I'm going to boil them for 5 minutes. Then I turn the heat off, put a lid on, and set them to the side for about 30 minutes. Then I run them under cold water, and then I peel them. And we will get back to these after they've boiled and set for a while. The eggs set for 20 minutes with a lid on, and then I took them and put them in the sink and ran cold water over them until they were easy to handle. Cut them in half. Put my yolks in a bowl, got these ready for our little family Memorial Day get-together. Now, I'm going to do a little salt. Of course, this is to taste. That was pepper, by the way. Salt to taste. And then just a little pepper, like that. That's to taste too. These are very rustic. Curry powder to taste, but I would say right at a ½ teaspoon. A squirt of yellow mustard. That's good. Now, let me see. I think I might have. Yes, I do. I have some horseradish that's already open. There we go. Now, I would say a good heaping teaspoon. Two of them. Oops, my bad. All right, now we're going to put some mayonnaise. And this is all, you know, by taste and by sight, because every time you make deviled eggs, one minute you might be making for, 4 people, and the next minute you're making for 12. So it all depends. You can't just have one set recipe. But I would say that's about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And then I'm going to get this all mashed up really well and into the eggs, and we'll be done. Our eggs are done. I just put a little paprika on top of them. Sliced up some tomatoes and some long hots, cayenne. We call them cow horns. For our Memorial Day dinner, and that looks wonderful. And you've never had horseradish curry deviled eggs, it is definitely a treat. So different, so refreshing. So give them a try. They are phenomenal. We'll be back in a minute for our cold asparagus and pea salad. Okay, everybody, I just dropped about 8 ounces of pasta. I did the little bitty shells for our cold asparagus and pea salad. I'm going to let this cook just a few minutes. I'm going to take it off before it's fully cooked. I like it al dente. And then we'll rinse it off with some really cold water so it'll stop the cooking process. Alright, next on the agenda is we are going to steam some asparagus. I broke off the tough end off the bottom of the asparagus, and then I cut them up into bite-sized pieces, and I have put them in my steamer pot, and we will steam these for 1.5 to 2 minutes, and no longer than that, because we like them al dente for the salad. And once they're done, we'll start putting the salad together. 8 ounces of our pasta. We did the shells al dente. Steamed our asparagus 1.5 minutes because they're kind of tiny and we don't want them overdone. We want them kind of al dente too, so they stand up to the salad. English peas. This was a whole pound of asparagus. English peas is 12 ounces. 2 large green onions. 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. 1 lemon zested and 1/2 of a lemon juiced. Now, what we do is we add a little salt and pepper to taste, sour cream, and mayonnaise until it's creamy. We do the mayonnaise first, and then we add the sour cream later to just bring a little zest to it. And then we finish it off with some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and get those asparagus in there. This is such a good summer salad too, and very healthy. All right, English peas, and use the frozen ones because they pop when you bite into them. Those canned ones are just yuck. And I'm not really a great big pea person, but I love this combination. It's very refreshing and very good for you. All right, let's put our onion in. There is our zest. Our sun-dried tomatoes. Now, the minced garlic. The lemon juice, from a half a lemon. It was a fairly large lemon too. Salt, a little pepper, and if y'all are wondering, I take it off because those holes are so tiny. Anyway, now, some mayonnaise. Let's get the pot started. And I would have to say that is about 3/4 of a cup that we're starting off with. Next, we'll do the sour cream. You don't need as much sour cream, but it does add just a little bit of twang to it. Now you can always put more sun-dried tomatoes if you love them. You can even go as far as putting, you know, like some slivered almonds or something like that, but this is just fine for what we got going on tomorrow. So there we go. Now I'm gonna put just a little dollop of some sour cream. Get this off. Don't need all that in our sour cream. And I'd have to say that was a good old heaping tablespoon. Of some sour cream. Alrighty. Last but not least, let me rinse my fingers off. Alright, let's see. We're going to shave some, or shred some fresh Parmesan over this and mix it up. That's always a winner. God, that looks like plenty. Plenty for me. I don't know about everybody else. But since I'm fixing it, that's all that matters. Okay. Now, stir that in. Of course, if you want more, you can always grab it out of the refrigerator and put some more on top. But there you go. That's your cold asparagus and pea salad.
Okay, so this is about 12 hours later.
The brisket has been smoked. We're getting ready to serve our lunch. Well, hello to you too, baby. And No, it's not for you. She loves brisket. But we're fixing to make a homemade horsey sauce that goes with the brisket. And it is delicious. So, I start off with about 2 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. Then I add just a little sour cream. And then you have to have the horseradish, prepared horseradish sauce. I'm going to pull this lid off. Okay. Well, there we go. Alrighty. Okay, and it's telling us that our casserole that we have in there right now is done too. So, yum. Alright. Now, we mix this all together. Well, I'm just making a big old mess here, but mayonnaise, sour cream, horseradish, make it nice and creamy. Of course, it'll have that little bite to it. And we love to put just a smidgen of cayenne in ours. Gives it an extra little bite. We like things spicy in our house. And this will go with our brisket. So basically that was like 2 tablespoons of, heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. It was probably a heaping tablespoon of sour cream, 2 teaspoons of horseradish, and about a half of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And this is ready to go. It's much better than the store-bought stuff you get, for sure. But we'll be back in just a little bit so you can see our whole dinner put together. And I hope everybody has a happy Memorial Day. And enjoy your family, enjoy your loved ones. And remember what this day is for. It's for us to honor those that died protecting our country so that we could have the freedoms that we have.